Hey, welcome to this video I put together when I attended a clinic put on by Fudge DeHeart and her husband Ryler DeHeart. And so in my quest to improve my pickleball, this is really important, and I try to learn and grow as much as possible because I got a long ways to go. So hope this can help you too. And so tune in, and if you'd like to, subscribe and hit like. And as I put more videos on, then if you subscribe, you'll get a notification.
Half court and how we make each other move. Here we go. Here we go. So as much as I can, I'm going to try and take that ball out of the air. We never hit that same thing twice. That means we're never going to give them rhythm.
Oh, that's not on the half.
So I'm going to try and keep my hips open, keep my paddle up, ready for an attack whenever it comes, and try and take it out of the air when I can. If it gives me something, then I can attack.
You try to stay wide, nose, or legs. Kind of always, we talked about this in another clinic we did, kind of always ready for that attack. Try to be ready.
Okay,
Keep
so
that paddle up.
notice that I'm getting very low to the ground, okay? So I want you guys to get in this athletic position and work on that outside leg, okay? So notice I was not crossing over and bringing my leg across to support myself here, because if I do this, I'm leaving myself open on the other side. So leading with my outside leg, covering that court, being as efficient as possible. Talking about tennis players, you know, the most efficient mover out there is Roger Federer. He floats on the court. That is my goal in pickleball too, to be as efficient as I can, covering that court, cutting off angles, and being right back into the position that I'm not leaving openings. This is a game, this is a chessboard, okay? When you play better and better players, they're gonna be maneuvering you out of the court, moving off the court. You gotta get back and cover that middle and not leave a gap with your partner, okay? So we wanna be nice and efficient with our movement, nice and fluid and supportive, and our legs are our motor. We're supporting our shots and our movement with strong legs.
At first it feels hard, but I think you get used to like just being a little more, like put that butt down a little bit. A good exercise if you go to the gym and you want to work on pickleball stuff is like doing just these or like some side lunges, kind of working on those movements and getting a little more strength with your quads. But yeah, like Megan said, I mean, if you have the right footwork, you should be able to cover most balls in the kitchen with just one or two steps. There may be a time where you have to cross over, but that's kind of like last resort, right? Like you want to just stay open and get back and get most balls with one step.
Even when Ryler's demonstrating right here, you can see where is his paddle at? His paddle is always up, okay? Even though he's hit the ball and he's coming back, he's not even thinking about it, but it's so muscle memory into his unconsciousness that his paddle is constantly up. He's assuming the attack at any time. Even when we're keeping that ball unattackable and slow, sometimes your opponents will just speed up. Like they'll hit that random shot and they'll go after your shoulders, or it's coming at you somehow. If my paddle's down, I don't have the time to react and get that paddle back up. We gotta just have it up already, okay? Being really, really aware and just assume the attack at all times.
And that's the most common thing that we do, like, and you'll see most pros do it all the time, is we just play like kitchen games like this, where we're trying to keep the ball low, but we're like also trying to find ways to attack each other and surprise each other. Like first person pop it up and you go.
And looking for that.
Yep, out. So, and then dodging too, that's obviously. The ball's coming quick, and you gotta know when to let it go, when to try to play it. Sometimes, you know, when in doubt, obviously you gotta hit it. But trying to hold it now.
It's gonna be a long run.
No, on the line and not move back too far.
Yeah.
And she loves to hit me in the head.
Normally we wear glasses, so you guys know, as you know as well. And move the ball around and not hit the same spot twice. Okay, so be very, very aggressive and selective in your shot selection. Aggressive means not hitting it hard. Aggressive means aggressive mindset of moving that ball around and dictating play with your dinking. Okay? Any questions with that? Now?
We're just gonna go back and dink. And
Yes,
then...
I want you guys spreading out. Grab somebody new that you progress and play better players, or maybe play your best friends over and over again. They'll start knowing what your favorite shots are, guys, okay? So they'll start picking up on your tendencies, and they're gonna find answers to your best shots, and you gotta have other tools as well. So Ryler and I are gonna go into that cross court rally a little bit, and I'm gonna show you guys how hard we have to work to kind of set that point up, okay? So, all right, let's see it.
Are we trying to play the point out? Just taking it out of the air. Oh, here we go. Technically out.
Oh, I got him. Here we go. So, I'm going to move that thing around. I kind of had a pop out there that I should take it. I lost my
So
opportunity.
we're trying to keep it really low. Move the ball around, not let each other attack. Kind of whoever messes up first goes. Oh, nice! Oh, yeah.
So notice that we are working really hard. Ryler has probably a very, very strong left-handed flick across the court, right? So he was able to pull me over and over and over again, but I cannot leave that middle open because he can also hit this one really, really well. So I was constantly trying to recover, work really hard with my legs. Anything you saw, Dave, that you want to?
Yeah, I mean, one of the biggest things, you know, watching them this weekend and being with them is every shot has a purpose. So like sometimes when I was watching you guys walking around, you guys are just kind of hitting it back and forth. Every shot they hit was a purpose. Ryler's trying to pull Megan over, Megan's trying to slice him off the court to then expose his backhand on the next shot. So have more of a purposeful intention.
Yeah, it's not necessarily the winner that we just hit or the shot that we finished with. It's actually the setup of all the shots put together that allowed us to win that point. Oftentimes when people watch pro pickleball, they're like, gosh, that was such a, you know, he hit so hard. He finished with that huge big forehand. I'm like, well, how did he get that huge forehand? Or how was he able to put that last ball away? And they're like, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what happened 2 shots ago. But that's what we're looking at. We're looking at what happened 2-3 shots ago that allowed that movement, the loss of power, the loss of control of the ball, that allowed them to finish and look so good at the end. So it happens way earlier than that last final shot, okay? So working on kind of selecting and setting it up.
So one of our favorite games to play with this kind of stuff is dingles with 4 people. So Kurt, you want to get in here and then...
Steps. The further away I am, more space I have to cover, the more exposed my feet are. There is a balance, trust me. If that ball goes up high and he's swinging with the overhead, I'm going to take a couple steps back, okay? But if it's here in this strike zone and I feel like I can counter that one, I'm going to hold my ground and not expose my feet.